Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? So we want to welcome you to What's the Story with Maria. And we want to thank Armed Radio, which is our mother station. We go through Armed Radio. If you want to listen to that on your computer or you want to listen to that on your TuneIn app on your phone, it's armeddigitalmedia.com. If you're on the computer, type that in, and you're going to hear our show live right now. It goes across the country and 60 other countries. It's really great. So I want to start with this. I have my friend Penny James here of Penny James Salon.
Hello.
I know, and a lot of people know Penny because she pops on during our shows. And Gregory Patterson.
Yay,
hello.
Much fame. But before I tell you what Gregory's also done, look at what Gregory bought me for my show. He created a sign, the What's the Story with Maria sign.
Yes.
Is this amazing?
Sure is.
Because Gregory is always talking to me about branding. So we are going to figure out how to do that where the light doesn't do what it's doing now. But Gregory just bought me that. Thank you so much, Gregory. Okay, so a lot of people come in and we want to say hello to them. Leo Rodriguez. Suzanne Mason, Jeffrey Campbell, Jay Rivera, Gene Simpson Dunn, Robin Carty.
Robin Carty.
Is that your friend?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Hi, Robin. Adam Feldman.
Yes.
Adam Feldman, our friend from Time Out.
Who's Adam? I want Adam.
Karen
Both of you like Adam.
Bogano has
Feldman.
joined us, and a bunch of people at the top there. So let me see if I can scroll back. Rena Crignali Bergi, my cousin Rena, our family meteorologist.
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
cousin Rena.
Yes,
Very
Don
nice.
Giovanni.
Hello.
Rena has been on the show talking about the weather in Boston. It's crazy. Okay,
You
so
have some fans and viewers.
Yeah,
This
you
is
do.
awesome.
Yeah, but
it's
you-
fun to see it on this
Isn't
side.
it? Yes,
Yes.
it is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
wait
Yeah.
till you see. They will all pop up. So now what I'm going to ask you folks to do, and if you
Yes.
want to do it on your phone, you're welcome to do it now or later, is share the show. If you want to, if you're looking at our show right now, right on the bottom there's just like anything else, a meme or anything, you go to the share and just share instantly, and it will go to your page, and it will run on your page as well. So you could do that later. Yes.
One thing I was going to say is I asked all of my friends on my Facebook to share it because I said, whoever's going to share it, I'm going to put your name in a bowl. I'm going to draw out a name for sharing
What?
Maria's story, and then you're going to get something great from me.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
that's
Gregory
come on.
incentive.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Tracy McHugh has come on. Bill Goffey. Oh my
Oh,
God.
Bill.
Bill.
Hi, Bill.
You know Gregory and faints.
Yeah.
He's fainting.
Oh,
Gregory.
Bill.
Look at that.
Where's
Oh
my
my God.
biscotti, Bill?
Joey-
But no, so delicious.
So delicious. Bill can cook.
Bill's biscotti is
Yeah.
sensationally
You've
good.
experienced this
I
before.
Yes,
have.
he's a
Oh my
great
God,
cook.
delicious. Oh, you're in for such a treat.
Joe English has joined us as well. They were on the show last week. They had the Tony party at Stonewall, and it was a huge success.
I got a haircut
So,
from Gregory.
Okay, do I finally get a haircut? Bill, you know what?
You're better off getting a haircut from Penny. She won't mess it up, I will.
Oh, that's hardly the case.
All right. Also, Meg Peg Gallagher from Massachusetts, my friend, and Logan Edward Jr. Hi. Eddie Logan was on the show a while ago. He has a great product. And I'm going to post that old show back up, Eddie. Okay, so that's our opening. Right now, let me tell you, I know both of these wonderful people. They are my friends. And I know I always say that, but I've always said
Lots of friends.
my fortune is in my friendships. It always has been, and it always will be. And I happen to know these beautiful, wonderful people as friends, but they also have inspired me. They're both in the hair business. Is that right?
Yes,
That's
it
correct.
is.
So the beauty business, we're all three of us now are kind of in the beauty business. And I come from a family of hairdressers. Before I forget, I would like to shout out my sister, Carla. She has a shop in West Concord, Massachusetts. It's called European Flair. It used to
Love it.
belong to my dad, and now it belongs to she bought it, and she runs an amazing ship there. So shout out to my beautiful sister, Carla, out in West Concord, Massachusetts.
All the hairdressers,
European
Carla.
Flair.
Well done. Mhm.
My friend my cousin Gina will pop on when she pops on, and she has a salon, Joyce's Unisex Salon, 132 Ferry Street, Everett, Massachusetts.
It's in the blood.
It is
Yes,
in the
in the
blood.
blood.
It is.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, I want to start with both of you. And you've never met each other, right? But you've talked.
We have been fans of
I
one
love
another
this.
for
For
so
years
many
and
years
years.
through you, Maria.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
goodness.
And sort of like I've known of Gregory, sort of like
Same.
within the industry.
Same.
Is
Same.
that okay?
Yeah.
So Penny walks through the door, and I totally fangirl out because
You did
I've been
fangirl.
dying.
I love
I've
that.
been
And you
dying.
hugged, you embraced.
Oh, squeezed.
Absolutely,
Squeezed.
me
Because-
too. I mean, I changed my outfit 10 times before I got here.
Is that
like I
true?
was
So
about to
did
go on a
I.
date. You know, I
You
was
know
so
what?
excited.
I was nervous.
I was like, oh, I'm going to
It's
see
like a
Gregory
work
this
day.
evening.
It's like a work day. Now, Penny, before you are recently engaged.
I am. If Bill comes on, yes, I am
Yeah,
recently
well,
engaged.
Bill
I
comes on.
am.
Congrats.
Bill
Thank
Benke.
you, Bill
I call shotgun
Benke.
on your wedding hair.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Shotgun, call
yes,
it. Yeah.
called it. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Are
how
you
fantastic.
serious?
Are you serious?
You have seen this and heard
Yes.
this live.
Oh my god,
I love
City
the call
Hall.
Gregory
That's all
Patterson
we're
called
doing.
shotgun on Penny James
James.
Salon
Mark it
wedding.
Yeah.
down. Mark it
down.
down.
Mark it
Oh,
down. End of August, and then we're all having a party in the garden.
Oh,
Fine.
really?
Jeans and t-shirts.
I love
Yes.
it.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
See, that's my kind of
Yeah,
wedding.
no one's
Yes.
getting just, well, my hair will look sensational, but that's
Listen,
about it.
The most fun wedding I ever went to was my friend Lynn Portis, my musical director. She had it outside. They had a huge barbecue pit.
That's it. That's
And
what
it's
we're
the
doing.
best.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, there was a pool. There was
That's
and
what
it
we
was-
got a pool.
It was so much fun, and all the musicians played. So there was no band hired. We just all got up there, and
Fantastic.
it was as including the bride. She played a few songs.
Oh, I can play the
best.
triangle.
It's the best.
Okay, you.
I can play the spoons. I really can play
Well, so you're
spoons.
from
I'm
Texas.
I'm country. It's like, come on.
I love it. So Jean says, I'd been prepared. I would have dug out the photo of us with matching perms.
Oh my
Gee, I wish you
god,
could
we got to
find
see that.
Oh my
Did you
God.
really do up the perm?
Oh yeah, my high
Like
school
huge?
photos.
And
Did
what
you
about
have
your
the bangs?
smooth bangs?
Let me tell you. No, I don't think I had that. I think I had like the one. Let me tell you
The
something.
one, cool.
My dad is a hairdresser as well, so you know that when you're, as hairdressers, I don't know if you experiment on your friends, but as a kid, we were our dad's experimental.
Of course.
Of
course.
hair. So I would have kept the same haircut forever, but the perms were big, and so we all had to get perms. But I never had the big hair. I had kind of like but I mostly have had this
Softer
haircut
curl.
forever.
You
Yeah.
kind of have.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
pictures
since
of you
you've
when
known-
you're quite young, at
Yeah.
7 or 8, and I
'Cause
see
this is
you're
what I
sort of
want.
rocking the same sort of style, but a little bit shorter.
Now we talked about this before the show. We were chatting and really having a great time. That you have different approaches to people that come in.
Yes.
So I'm the kind of person that would. I like what I like, and I don't really want too much change.
right.
Judy is very different. She likes things. Judy's been.
Oh my
here
God,
so
I
long.
love Judy. Judy comes in and she says, "Oh, Penny, it's violet today." And I was like, "Yes, but we just went really dark brown last week.
Right.
I'm not sure I can do that. You
Right.
know, your hair's going to break off. No, it won't. No, it won't.
Right.
Promise." And then the next thing I see, she's, "Oh, I was tired of violet. I went blonde."
Right,
Oh, no,
right.
no, I'm red.
Woo!
Right.
I know.
And
yeah.
I see. So now you both said something that I want you to talk about on camera and on the mic about when someone comes to you, and you have very different approaches. Gregory, what did you say? That you're more of a.
So my approach to here's my thing is I never want to step you outside of your comfort zone that you don't feel beautiful. So one of the questions I ask after I'm finished with my experience with you is not, do you like it? It's how do you feel, right? So because I think that evokes that emotion of I feel comfortable here, I'm satisfied. But then I also want to ask how daring you are. How far are you willing to go? Because you come in wanting a change.
Right.
And I suggest what I think you should change into. And then you're like, whoa, hold on. That's too much for me. That's too short. That's too blonde. That's too short. Right? So I want to keep you in a zone that you still feel comfortable. But as an artist, I still have to push you.
Okay.
I have to push you into something new and different. Otherwise, I won't be doing my job.
All right, I have to stop you right there for a second
yeah.
because my cousin Gina Savino has joined us.
Gina!
Savino, we
Yeah.
clocked. Gina!
Yeah. Woo!
Gina, I already talked about Joyce's Unisex Salon on 132 Ferry Street and my sister's salon, European Flair, Main Street in West Concord. Gregory Patterson and Penny James are both hairdressers and just amazing. So I
Yes,
wanted to tell you about that.
we
I told out my family. So you were saying that you like to say someone to stay in their comfort zone, but you also will say how far you're willing to go.
Yeah, for example, I was just at a rooftop, kind of like a hangout a few nights ago, and there was a really beautiful girl there. She had hair probably past her décolleté, gorgeous, could style it. She knew her routine. She knew her jam, right?
Right.
But she's like, well, what would you do to my hair? I'm getting it cut in 2 days. And I said, if I were to have you in my chair, I would take you to your décolleté because you have such beautiful, my favorite part on the female body is right here. This décolleté.
Isn't that something?
It's so soft. It's beautiful. It's elegant. It's chic. And like when it's highlight,
It's also very female.
It's also
Yes,
very
very female. Yes,
Kenny,
it is.
you have that
Let
going
me join
on.
the club.
You have
Yes,
that.
I think you should.
There.
Absolutely.
See, I'm the opposite, though. I would
You
cover
prefer mine.
No, but isn't that interesting? You know, Michael Plosky just popped on, and he is a
And Kate.
designer. And Kate Greer.
Yeah,
Hi,
hey,
Kate.
Kate.
Greer.
Kate.
But he was talking about, he designed, Michael Plosky Designs, he designed a dress for Marcia Gay Harding, and he said that he asked her what part of her body she really, and that's what she loved
Yeah.
about herself.
Yeah.
So it's about making people feel like,
It is.
feel beautiful, and sometimes they don't know, though, what part of them is beautiful. You know, like,
Or they conceal so much of it. Like if their hair's been hiding here, they don't know how fresh and refreshed they look by lightening some of that off of their
Yeah, and it
face.
lifts,
Yeah.
and it lifts the
Lifts.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
isn't that something?
Mhm.
Yeah, and
And
you
it
wouldn't always
changes
think.
the attitude. It changes
Very much so.
changes their day to day. You know, they feel bright, they feel airy, they feel lighter.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well,
Absolutely.
and I noticed that with not just women, but with men. Like when men get hair, it's the first thing I notice about someone, probably because it is a family business.
Mhm.
My first job ever was working at my dad's hair salon. I was 9 years old. He said, "You're coming to work with me." And what I did was sweep, shampoos, wash towels. And by the time I was 14, I knew that the whole business, because I had been brought from the ground up. And I appreciate that as well. But what I loved is people would come. So the first thing I noticed on someone is their hair. I also remember people leaving looking and feeling lighter
Yeah.
and happier.
Yeah.
They had a spring in their step.
Well, that's what makes our job so worthwhile. I mean, we work incredibly long hours,
Yeah.
but just to walk out, just to see my clients so happy, you know, they feel beautiful, and
Yeah.
that's so rewarding.
But you know what my dad would do, which my sister and I still laugh about it? He was a different kind of hairdresser. He was the kind of hairdresser that would go up to someone in a crowd and say, "That's the wrong color for you."
yeah.
Oh my! And my sister would, and I would be like, "Oh my
I'd
God."
freak out.
Like,
I'd be like, ah!
she would tell me, like, "Daddy made someone cry at the Moolah's," which is like,
Oh, my
I'm like,
goodness.
what did he say? It's
Yeah.
like, that's the wrong color for you.
Insulting the
But
hair color.
in my dad's, I mean, coming from an Italian background, where he was like, you know, this fabulous Italian. They were very direct, these guys, and they were like, "No, absolutely."
Which works for a lot of women. Like some women
They
sit in
want
the
to.
chair, some guys sit in the chair, and they want to be told, "This is what we're doing for you today."
Right.
And I think as a man, you can get away with that a lot more.
Oh,
but
my-
as a woman, I don't think that,
Yeah.
me coming in and saying,
Yeah.
right, this is what we're
Yeah.
doing today.
Oh, my
they
God.
don't take
Like,
it so
so
well.
funny,
Yes.
right?
Oh, it is. Yes. Yes. it
It's
is.
funny, but like it's just a different approach, and you choose. You know, how does one even choose who you feel comfortable with? You know,
That's
so
tough.
so
Yeah.
one of the things I want to put out to our audience, because we're talking about beauty and style. However, we all agreed on this, that the beauty that I love about these two is that they celebrate their lives, and they celebrate making other people feel beautiful and taking care of yourself.
Mhm.
So it's not just about an aesthetic, but the aesthetic almost is launched from within,
Yeah.
Very much
Yeah.
so.
right? And I love that you both ask people in different ways. And Penny, your approach is different, right?
Mine usually when I've got my clients sitting in front of me, I like to say, what is it that you don't like about your hair?
That's
And then
great.
automatically they'll zoom in on, well, it's a bit, and then it's like, right, now let's get to town let's change this. And then I can introduce, well, you know what, I'm thinking if we're changing that, we really need maybe to put some highlights through, or let's take this a little shorter.
And what are
Let's
some of the
change
things that people say, Penny, that
and then
they don't
they're
like?
well, it's amazing when often clients will come and say, well, you know, I just felt like it's too wide, you know,
Okay.
or it's too heavy in here,
Right,
you know,
right,
it's too long, or it's been taken too short. Too many layers.
Now, let me ask you-
We could go on and on and on
Yeah.
about what people don't
Let me
like.
ask you both this. Have you, because remember my dad used to come home from work and say, I don't know what these people think I am, a magician? I can't, you know, because he
What's that
was
sign?
very
I'm a
direct.
beautician.
Not a
I'm
magician.
But you are not trying to be a magician.
No, but that
or a
was my
magician.
dad. My
But
dad is the opposite of you two. So,
You've got to keep asking questions.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Because
that's
the
right.
poor client, you've got to imagine something. You're coming into the salon, you've never been there, you're around really trendy, sexy, gorgeous people. You might not be feeling sexy or gorgeous that day.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to make that client feel really comfortable. And you're touching them. They've never met you before.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're touching
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
You know, so it's your job to really put that client at ease.
Right,
Yeah.
it's true. And you know what? You both talk. Gina is laughing. Gina's a hairdresser. She's laughing about
She
the.
gets it.
Yeah, and
Girl,
Gina
you get
yeah,
it.
she
Gina
does.
gets
And
it.
Yeah,
Gina's
she
no
does.
joke. She's like my dad. And Gina, you know my
It's
dad.
a comb, not
It's
a
a comb,
wand.
not a one. That's right, Ed.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Ed
And
must be a
oh, there's
hairdresser
Ed Kuchu.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. His hair salon is Blades Hair Salon in Old Westfield, Connecticut.
Oh,
He's my
wonderful.
high
It's
school
like,
friend.
Yeah.
It's a comb, not a wand.
And
Oh my
yeah,
God.
me too. Yes.
So many
That's a
things,
good
but my
one.
dad was very like, oh my God, he would cut you with. My sister would be like, I can't believe what he said, because she's a different approach. My sister is like, just you want to be around her. She's no nonsense as well, but she makes you feel loved and good about yourself.
Yes.
So I'm, you know, of that school. So anyway, okay, and I also there's so much to talk about in the show. I don't want to. You know, I don't want to miss anything. However, I do want to ask you both, because this is a show about creative people and how we continue to be creative and live in our lives and all that. But as kids, you guys I would put you under the super cool category. You're both super.
I
Bless
was
you.
In my
thank
life,
you.
I don't
I
have
was
super
not. I
cool.
was here. No,
Okay.
I'm not super. I'm very geeky and nerdy, actually.
Well,
Behind
you-
the
Look at me.
scenes.
I get all like closed up. I'm
Me
like,
too. I know. I am
Yeah.
too. No
Because
way.
you're both fabulous and very cool people. And I mean, I love you as people, and I know that you're just beautiful
Thank
people, but I'm sure they're watching and thinking, oh my God, those are two of the coolest people ever. So as kids, it's true though.
Penny's cool. I'm not cool. You're cool.
No,
I'm not.
Gregory's cool. I'm not cool.
But
Oh.
as kids, were you creatives, like secretly creative, like in your rooms? Were you
No,
painted?
not secretly at all.
Oh,
I was
you
very
were out-
creative.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me
Very
about
definitely.
that.
creative.
All right, so go ahead.
Actually I wasn't allowed Barbie dolls, so I had Pippa doll. And Pippa doll had to have a new outfit on all the time. So
Yeah.
Mum used to get really annoyed and be like, Penny, then you have to use felt because felt's cheaper than fabric. So I would like sew my little skirt, little
it.
outfit, little
Yeah.
dress, and she'd be in and out of all different outfits all the time. And all my dollies had a haircut, which took me a while to grasp the concept that once I'd cut their hair off,
Yes.
it wasn't going
Yeah.
to grow
My sister used
back.
to do that to all our dolls.
And Mum said, well, you're not getting another dolly. So my dolly was a skinhead, but she was fabulous, let me tell you.
Hashtag my dolly was a skinhead. That is going on
That's
that.
how we got to beauty school.
I love Penny, of course. I love that.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Gregory,
Okay.
what about you?
Yeah, well, I didn't have that experience. I
Well,
also, like, my creativity came in different forms. Like, I couldn't play G.I. Joes. Like, my brother would set up cowboys and Indians, like, on the bathtub and shoot them down. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, this is so ridiculous. Whose fantasy world is he living in? I needed it to be tactile. Like,
Oh, wow.
so if I could throw a production in the neighborhood and invite everybody up and say, okay, this is your role, we're going to get in this box and you're going to do this.
I love
That's
it.
how I create. And
Excellent.
also rearranging my bedroom.
Oh my God. Judy, I hope Judy is watching.
As a kid, like, I remember kindergarten, like, I wore a tie to school every day.
Did you really?
I had to make my bed. My brother and I shared a king-size waterbed. His side was like rough and tumble.
I
Mine
can't.
was like at the Four
See,
Seasons.
I'm your brother. I can't believe I showed you my bedroom because he came in and he said, "Oh, I love your apartment. Is there?" And I said, "Gregory, I threw everything in there, and my bedroom's a mess. But I love you enough as a friend to show you. Don't judge me." But now that I know,
You're like
Never.
so I'm your
mortified.
brother.
You're like,
Never.
oh
Yeah.
my goodness
Yeah, yeah,
Judy
yeah.
gracious.
is
Yeah.
when Judy sees this, she's going to be like, "You showed him what?" Because she is
Because you're right,
perfect.
perfect.
No, but see,
she
I
is
would
actually,
see
her
that.
home is absolutely spotless.
Perfect.
Really?
Yes,
Cleans
spotless.
every day. I'll say
Even
to
her shoes are all like in little boxes, labeled.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
see, I would approach that experience of you opening up the door similar to hair. Who am I to judge? I'm here to help.
Yes.
So I see opportunity of organization and storage and space planning.
Yes,
I'm like,
exactly.
oh my God, I
Oh,
could do
that's
so much
what
in
I
this
mean.
head of hair in this room. You know what I mean?
I know.
So I approach my...
That's like where I hide everything. I throw everything in there, and then here's where
Where are
I
you
keep.
hiding in here?
I know, right? Oh my God, gray hair. I just
That
dyed my hair right
Oh,
before
I
the
love
show.
it. Yes.
Right
Great
before the
job.
show, I just threw a little rinse
I
in
have to
there.
say, you've got great hair.
You
I mean, I really
always
love it.
have
Yours
great
rock
hair,
it.
yeah.
It's such a
Yeah.
great rock and roll look.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
Judy says. She said, "You have that." When she gets mad at me, she said, "You in that rock and roll
Yeah.
hair."
Yeah.
Yes.
She can't stay
I know.
mad at me. Yeah, you got to go with you got to go with what works.
Exactly.
right.
And for me, that I've always been a rocker and I've always been a musician, and that's what works. You
It
know, you
looks
see those
good.
old rockers, and they're so old, but they still have that.
Yes,
that
they
great
do.
hair.
Yeah, that cool hair
They
factor.
do.
Right? All right, let's check in with some of our guests. So many people. Oh, Joyce. Oh, Gina says Joyce, who's her sister, who's
Yes.
also a hairdresser, used to cut all my Barbie's hair off. I know my sister cut all her, but I didn't care about my dolls because I
Well,
didn't
you
play with
didn't
dolls.
care about your
I didn't play-
dollies.
But anyway,
My sister was pretty mad me cutting her dolls.
oh, is
hair
that true? Thank you, Gina. Gina
Gina,
said,
agreed. Maria, it's done. I also saw Kenny
Maria was
Green pop
stunning.
up. I just have to say hi to
"Oh
him.
no,
Oh,
we
Kenny.
love
I love
Kenny Green."
I love Kenny Green, so I just had to say.
Kenny Green was on the show with Yvette Clark. Do you know Yvette Clark? Yvette Clark is an amazing singer, and she's a friend of Kenny's, and she has the best laugh you've ever heard. And they're both always touring the country. So you see all the different.
Well,
These are
that's
all.
right. I saw that. That was brilliant.
But-
yeah, he's a really nice guy. Hello, Kenny.
Hello,
Beyonce.
Kenny Green. Now you see how you appreciate. You both are such. You're both people that on your own, you hold your own. You're creative. You're amazing. You're successful in the world. But you appreciate other people's creativity.
You have to.
Oh, beyond.
And
yeah.
I
Beyond.
love that
Be
about you.
respectful,
We were
yeah.
talking about this.
Be humble.
If someone is, I truly feel this, if you are jealous of other people, you are doing something wrong with your art.
It's an ego check.
It's a
You got to check your
massive,
ego
yeah.
for that.
Be
Yeah.
inspired.
Yeah.
You know, I watched the Tonys the other night. Did you watch the Tonys?
Of course.
Pieces of it?
Yeah.
Pieces.
I was at work, so I couldn't keep I was at mess hall, which I love mess hall. And we had we have the big projectors, but we had to have the sound off because we have music. But I was so inspired by that, rather than say, why aren't I there? Or Kenny Green and I talked about this too. It's to be inspired and know that we can do our own version of the Tonys and what we're doing, and maybe someday we'll be there, someday not. It's not about that. It's about watching other
well,
artists.
you've worked with them. I mean, you've done plenty of stars that have been
Oh yeah,
on Tonys.
yeah. From the Academy Awards to whatever. What I identify with when I see other people, whether it's at a local venue playing music, or I love to lay on the couch. My favorite pastime is to lay on the couch. I put on YouTube, and I love to discover musical singers. I feel like
really?
it's because
Great
I
idea.
love to see other artists in their element.
Wow.
All the practice all of that vocal right through here and right through here, all of the practice and years that took, I respect and I admire that. And then it comes out and you see people react to it. Like, with hair, when I committed to doing hair, I grew up country, I grew up, roping and playing baseball my whole life. I'm very disciplined. So if I'm going to be in a business, I want to be the master at it, my own master. I'm not competing with Penny. She's her own genius.
Exactly.
I'm not competing with anybody else other than myself to satisfy my guests. And also at the end of the day, going back to my number one rule, is satisfying myself.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes,
We are in a
here.
beautiful
We have
career.
got to satisfy ourselves
Every
first.
day.
Absolutely.
I want to continue with that. Now, look who's joined. We were just talking about you,
we were
Judy
just
Mesa.
talking about you, Judy.
Denny
Yes,
Mesa
we
and
were.
Judy, you're going to have to go back and watch the show because we were just talking
Yes, we
about
were
Yeah.
talking about your
And
ears
how-
must have been burning. That's why she joined in. She was like,
and
was
how
someone talking
perfect
about
your
me?
apartment is and how different
Yes.
mine is.
And we were talking about your hair as well.
Yes, we talked about your
And your
hair.
shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
All the
her shoes are
fabulosity.
so. She's the most beautiful shoes. All right, so Scott Fagan has joined us. He is, and I want to talk about Scott Fagan because we're talking
Yes.
about creative people here and people that are also organized. Scott was our stage manager, and that's what he does. He's like stage
Okay.
manager in big shows, and he's done so many Broadway shows and off-Broadway shows, and it's important to be all those things. Leo Rodriguez, one of my favorite people. We saw each other yesterday. We broke bread. We went to Malacona, had some chicken and with Judy and Bill Goffey. And Leo is one of these people that he's so great at helping others reach their goals. And he is also a songwriter. He wrote a show that went into the Fringe Festival. But yet he's a singer. He's so humble. Leo, I love you. I just wanted to tell you that.
fantastic.
But he always helps other people. There's a lot to be said for that. Really good people. Penny, talk to me about those glasses, said
Aren't
Judy.
they fabulous?
Yes, please.
Oh,
So
thank you.
style.
Yes.
Penny, you threw on those glasses. I saw them on Facebook and I was like, what's happening here?
Yeah, no, my new glasses. Well, I went off to the optician and he said to me, "Here, Penny, he said, they have these glasses, you need to put these on." And
Is he
I was
French?
like, yeah. So I was like, I don't know about these. I said, I look like Ozzy Osbourne. And he said, no. He said, he's magnificent. They're beautiful. You're beautiful. I was like, oh, okay.
Now, but you talked
telling
just
me
a
that's
little
what I've
while
got
ago
to do. And so I,
That's what
about being a nerd, right?
So anyway, I go back to the salon. Well, they're blue tint. It's blue tint.
Yeah,
well,
of course.
trying to do my color with blue tint.
You're like, wait, I never thought of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I never
Yes, so
thought
I
of
look
that.
fabulous when I'm cutting hair, but when I have to color hair, I'm sort of like, okay,
I
glasses
didn't even
off
think
now.
of that.
And what color did you want to do? Well, I can't see anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
But think of that
wow.
moment when you walked into the optician, right? So
Yes.
he's a master, she's a master at what they do, right?
Yes.
And they suggested these for
And
you.
I brought them right away.
So
That's why I didn't even
so
ask
they
the
had
price.
but they had to ask the questions, and then you had to feel comfortable ultimately.
I
when you
really
put
did.
them
But
on.
I was going to say, I'm the same way when I see something that belongs to me. I know it belongs to me,
Yeah.
or it chooses me.
Yeah.
Like my apartment, a lot of people would be like, man, I knew the second I walked in here that this was my apartment
Yeah.
because of the arches.
Yeah.
They spoke to me.
Yeah.
I was like, this is I need to live here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
when I
lovely.
choose something, whether it's a car or a piece of art, that's like always I know that is my piece of artwork.
Yeah.
And the same thing, I'm sure if you see something, you're like, that belongs to me,
Right.
right? So I don't know how you,
Yes,
or you more
it does.
like, you keep,
No, not me. I know exactly. But I was very on the fence with these glasses.
were you?
But I
That's a
tell
good
you
purchase.
I love
what,
them.
Yeah.
They're
I
amazing.
had millions of compliments, and
Yeah.
they weren't actually very expensive.
My
which I was
cousin
really
Rob
pleased
Quignali
about.
has checked in. He is gorgeous. If you saw my cousin Robbie, he's gorgeous. Everybody fights over him, and he's
Yeah,
the
let's do
nicest
dinner.
guy.
Yes, let's
We
do
love
dinner.
Rob.
When?
Yo,
When?
he's so great. And Michael Isaacs has joined us. Oh my God, Michael! My favorite piano player I ever worked with in piano bar.
Hi, Michael.
I'm
Agreed.
sorry if people are hurt, but he's my favorite. I can't help it. I'm crazy, and Michael, we were talking about rock and roll hair. He's got some rock and roll hair.
Really?
And another
We wanna see a
artistic
picture.
genius. What I love, what my favorite thing about Michael Isaacs are his little underbreath things that he does. Like when he's playing on the piano and he'll like look around and say something under his breath.
Oh,
Yes,
I love
yes.
it.
Yeah, you have
Those
to
are
get
my
he's
favorite parts.
brilliant.
Michael is
So he's
brilliant.
super talented.
Knows his craft.
Edie Gershman has. I need to shout out Edie Gershman. I was talking about you before the show, Edie. Edie is my Rodan and Fields business partner.
Yes,
Edie,
yes.
look at my lashes.
Oh, Edie, Penny
Look
has
at
been
my
using the
lashes.
lash boost. As a
I
matter of
have.
fact,
I
this
love
is a
it.
perfect. If you two don't mind, if I do a little,
No.
I want. Okay, so we're talking
right
about
ahead.
beauty.
Go right ahead
Go
because
ahead.
Maria's lashes are literally touching her eyebrows.
These
Yeah.
are my real
It's a great-
lashes.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
use lash
How
boost.
long
These
have
are
you
my-
been
Mine too. I've been using mine for what, 3 months now, Maria?
about three,
About
maybe
three.
two, maybe
I'm
two.
having lash and
Yes,
Listen,
and
you could-
my lashes are
And
incredible.
I've been using lash boost since maybe February.
So much so that I actually have to sometimes take a few days off.
Me too, because they get too long. Can you imagine your lashes being too long?
And
So-
it's so easy to apply. Couple
All right.
of little drops on my lashes, and that's it.
Okay, so folks, I don't want to use this time to do commercials, but Gregory's,
yeah, but if you could see these lashes in real life, you'll
Gregory's
definitely
always
want to
talking to
listen to
me
this.
about promo. Okay, so we are
100%.
talking about beauty and hair. Okay, so I am not in the hair business. My family is, but I am in the skin. I'm an entertainer, but I also am in the skincare business, and I sell and represent Rodan and Field Skincare, which I love and completely believe in. This is an amazing product. And Edie, I met Edie. I was Ubering. I picked up Edie. First of all, her energy is amazing. She sat in the back. She told me what her age was, and I almost put the brakes on. I couldn't believe. I thought she was 20 years younger than she was.
It's incredible.
She
She
just
looks
talked
so
about
good.
the fact that she sold it. It was very, very subtle. It wasn't a hard sell. It was just, and she was enough. Her energy and her beauty was enough for me to say, I want to sell that too.
Just sharing information
Yeah,
with you.
that's what she was doing.
And her energy is amazing, and I love Edie. So she's coming. She's in Chicago. Her daughter lives in Jersey. That's how we met. I picked her up in my Uber. I was her Uber driver. So this is, and Edie turned me on to this stuff, and I want to tell you about it. This is called Rodan and Field's Lash Boost, and what it is you get this little tube, and you start off at night. You take this out. This is what I do. This is the biggest mistake is people just glob it on. Then they say, oh,
That's
my
what I would
eyebrow.
do.
Nope.
No.
You go like this.
and you need a
and like
tiny
this.
amount.
Tiny, and you just put it right on top, and then same thing here.
So these have to be on clean eyelashes, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
after I do it after I get out of the shower, but a lot of people do it at night
Yes.
before they go to bed. Judy started using it. You wouldn't believe her eyelashes. This is called Rodan and Fields And I also, this is I don't want to, I can't talk about everything because we don't have time, but this is another one of my favorites. This under eye, it's called Bright Eyes Complex. When I wake up in the morning.
I want some.
I
Yeah.
need some.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Some
look
on
at this guy.
mine.
Yeah.
Mine on
Everybody
first.
has dark circles because you wake up
Yes.
and puffs.
Yeah.
This will take, I can put this on and help yourselves. You just put a tiny,
Ring finger.
this is all you need.
Use your ring finger.
A ring finger,
It's the
really?
most sensitive finger, and it won't.
Is that
pull
true?
or
Help
tug your
yourself.
skin.
Help yourself. Gregory, would you like some?
Always.
And
Always
it's
say yes.
And this is going to, and I'm not just saying this because I sell it because I believe in it, and it works.
Oh, it feels
It's-
so good on my skin.
This
It's like
has-
silky. It's
Yes.
like
Yeah,
velvet.
it's silky and velvety, but it has caffeine in it.
Mm.
So it brings down the puff and the dark circles. And this works. I'm going to post some before and afters later. Those are my two products that I can't say enough about them. And there's a whole line. And please just reach out to me on Facebook. And later on, I'll post my page you can go
Who's
to.
Vanessa?
Ooh, Vanessa.
Is that your friend?
Vanessa is another talented artist.
Yes.
Who lives in Florida.
Hi,
she
Vanessa.
is part of my team. She travels with me to HSN, the
Brilliant.
Shopping Channel Canada.
What's HSN? Tell me.
HSN Home Shopping Network.
Oh my gosh!
yes.
You've got to see Gregory in action. He's
I've seen him in
incredible.
action. He's so cute, and you're so
Everyone,
sexy.
you know, he is sexy.
Gregory, you are
isn't he?
so
He
sexy.
is.
I'm
I love
literally turning bright.
You
No,
are
he is
so
sexy.
sexy.
And he's so
No,
good
stop.
on TV. He really, he's
I'm
brilliant.
really-
He's brilliant. Have you ever
Thank
seen
you.
him?
Yes.
Oh,
I
thank
mean,
You know what he is? Confident, but not arrogant.
no,
One of
not
my
at all.
favorite
But I
qualities.
love the way you really believe in what you're selling.
But you
know,
have
so
to.
when
If you don't, get out.
When you're on TV, everyone's having a great time. Like I
Yeah.
want to be there. Like I
Well, thank
you
you.
feel like I want to join in.
Vanessa said, "Slay, my friends."
Slay. Vanessa I just have to shout her out for 2 seconds.
Please, as many as
She
you want.
just hopped on stage as a platform artist
Yes.
on her own at Premiere Orlando, all by herself. I couldn't make it. Another teammate couldn't make it. She
Love
jumped
it.
up there by herself.
Vanessa, that's
She was
what
like,
you
know
do."
what? I said, Vanessa, you know your craft. You know what you're doing. You've prepared. You've practiced. You're ready. So you have
Okay.
to jump.
You have
guys
to
have to
jump.
jump.
Yes,
You're
yes.
afraid to do something. Jump.
And
Do it.
here's what I
Do
would
it.
say about because we were
Exactly.
talking about being on stage and we were talking about being on camera and
Yeah.
all this. This is what I believe about all this. I know who I am.
Mm.
If you know, it took me years to know who I was, but I know who I am. I like myself now. My heart is coming. I'm coming from a good place. My heart is in it. I just trust my instincts now.
Yeah.
And if you make a mistake, just make it and say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that," and you do something else. That's what I've learned. It's okay. People love it when you're real and you're human and genuine. So I always love when someone is authentic and whatever it is, whether they're, if they look, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You come from this place of bringing all this knowledge and art and creativity. That's how I feel. Just be with it, you know? So I want to stop for a second because we are flying through this hour.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh,
Yes,
it is
I
fun.
want to talk
Wow.
about, Penny James Salon is on 30 East 60th, 60 in New York City. Penny James has this amazing little gem
It is.
in this
My little
salon.
atelier.
And it's the street. So a lot of famous people go there. So this way they have privacy and you have Penny all to yourself. It's amazing.
You do. Yes.
So you want to go to pennyjamessalon.com
Thank you.
and look that up. And Penny, you did the QVC thing for a while too, right?
I did, yeah. I worked with a product line that did very well indeed, and that was actually regarding for hair loss.
Okay.
That's why I have a private salon as well, because I'm also a certified trichologist.
Yeah, and I just
that's somebody who's a specialist in hair loss and hair and scalp issues.
and I want to tell you something. People always compliment me on my hair. I am a client of Penny's. And Penny
Wow.
helps me keep my hair, which I love. I love my hair. It's like one of the things that defines me, my look, and keeps it strong. So thank you, Penny. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
my
working.
pleasure.
It is working.
I'm sure Gregory will feed for this. I mean, it's done for this too. We're in the business to make people feel good about
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
you do.
That's what
and
we
I
do.
thank you every day. So thank you, Penny. And I know Edie's coming to town in a few weeks. Maybe we'll come in together.
Yeah,
Edie
great.
would love each other.
Yes, love
Okay.
to meet Edie.
And Gregory, tell us you have represented
Yes, good
FHI.
deal.
Tell us all the things that you do.
Yeah, so on HSN and the Shopping Channel, I work in the professional world with a brand called FHI Heat. So I go on the Home
Such
Shopping
a
Network
great
and
product.
sell helping you and ladies and men get better hair at home. That's my gig, right?
Okay.
And then I also am the celebrity ambassador for Sally Beauty. So
So I buy a lot of
representing
my
them.
products.
Yeah,
You do?
Absolutely.
Everybody's going up
there.
We all shop in Sally Beauty.
Everybody
I didn't know that. I don't
shops
know.
We all do.
Where's
Yeah.
Sally
Yeah.
Beauty? I don't know about.
My
I
gosh,
just learned that we have
everywhere.
them here in Long Island,
That's
Staten
all,
Island, New
really?
York.
all over
Yes,
Long Island,
all
all
over.
over.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go.
I
Oh, they're
believe they're
great.
within 5 miles of every zip code.
Oh, yeah.
Except New York City.
Sally Beauty,
Yeah.
but maybe in Jersey.
There's
I'll have
just
No,
to-
right
no,
by
they
where,
are. For
there's
sure
right
they
by
are.
where Bill lives. So if
Really?
I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm out of something, I run into Sally Beauty.
That's right.
They've got everything, and the
That's
staff are super friendly.
Super knowledgeable.
Yeah.
But I represented them on Project Runway for 2 years as the lead hair guy.
Okay, so you were
And
on Project
Project
Yeah.
Runway.
Yeah, I
Runway.
was the
Didn't we
lead.
just
13th
love
and
the hair
14th?
on
Season
Project
14 and
Runway?
15.
Oh
Yeah.
my
14.
gosh, the best.
It was so challenging.
I'm sure it
so
was.
challenging.
But you did a great job.
Thank you, Taco. So, but it's funny
Because-
because like
Because you're under the gun,
Thank you.
right?
Yeah.
under the
No
gun.
pun
which-
intended.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
I was on that show too.
Right.
But no, it's funny because talking about like mastering and having all that stuff before that season 14 episode and being vulnerable,
Mhm.
I didn't know how to braid. I cannot
Really?
braid to save my life.
Is that
This is
true?
when all of the boxer braids were made,
Yes,
when all the Kardashians did.
yes.
Oh,
And I'm like,
wow.
the night before, I'm like, oh my goodness, I know the first thing when these designers
You should have
walk in,
called me, girl.
I had my mannequin head between my legs on the. I'm like, at least let me
You-
look how to fake it, right?
Yes, yes.
Practice.
There you go, and you did it.
Did it.
Okay,
Did
but
it.
you know
Love
what?
it.
Here, and I want to stop you right here. Here's another thing, folks. As creative people, there's a lot of you out there. And I used to be the kind of
Memory
person that if I
screen,
couldn't do
faint.
something, I just wouldn't do it. If I wasn't good at it or couldn't do it. I, in my older age, have gotten better at saying, okay, well, then I'll learn to do it.
No, you
That's
have
right.
to. You have to learn to do it.
Yes.
You can't come in and say, "Oh no, I'm not going to do it." You lose your opportunity.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Or-
you have a gigantic
or let
opportunity
me
with
just-
this dress. I can't
Yeah,
braid.
Let me get better at that. Sometimes you have to jump in, and how you get better at something is by
You
doing
just
it.
do it.
Practice makes perfect, and no teacher like experience. That's one of my favorite sayings.
Well, and if there's one thing that, I've not been afraid to say in my career, and when I have apprentices working with me or I'm working with a team, if you tell me I don't know that yet, so can I move to another zone of your team and I will master that? Give me, I've said it plenty of times, I don't know that yet, but I'm going to tell you right now, when I leave this day today, I'm going to open up my beauty school book. I'm going to watch YouTube videos. I'm going to go hang out with Penny, and I am going to master it because
Yes.
living
Yeah, good
in New
for
York
you.
City, somebody hungrier, younger,
Right.
fresher,
You
Another
better,
100
know it.
they're coming right now.
They're
Another
right
100 people
behind
just
you.
got off of the bus.
Yes,
no
they
matter,
did.
In New
That's
York,
right.
that's the way it goes.
That's right.
If you don't have time to even blink, someone wants your job.
Yes.
Someone wants your gig.
Yep.
Someone's right
They
there.
do.
You
They
better
do.
be-
So
Yeah.
you've really got to have your A game on
Yeah.
all the time.
Look at
Absolutely.
this. Judy says, "Leave it to the Libra to get their shit done."
Yeah.
it's true.
Oh, it's so
Who's a
true.
Libra?
She's a Libra.
Me
I'm a
and-
Libra.
Judy's a Libra.
Judy,
That's
what are
right,
you?
right,
I'm a
right.
Gemini.
That's
Holy,
right. That's right.
I
That's
can't
right.
believe this.
That's
Good call,
right.
Judy.
Yeah, very good call,
Oh,
Judy.
my goodness.
She just knew.
And
She
she's
just
a
got our
Libra.
energy.
I was like, wait,
well, she knew I was
I'm
a
a
Libra.
Libra.
She didn't
Got
know
it.
that. She knew I
Well,
was
they're
a Libra.
Libra buddies. Yeah,
They're Libra
Judy and
buddies.
Funny.
Penny are so similar.
Yeah.
Okay, now you also have something else coming up. Please tell
Ooh,
us.
a new
about-
show called The Look All-Stars coming on the CW network starting, I believe, June 24th
Oh
or
my
27th. I
Brilliant.
think I'm episode 8, which is like July 7th or 8th. But tune in. It's a beauty makeover competition show. I'm actually competing.
And what's it called again?
The
The
Look All-Stars on the CW network,
Go, Gregory.
hosted by Tori Spelling. It's like YouTube tutorials come to life.
Oh my God, can't wait.
Oh
I'm
my
so
God, this
going
is
to be
going to be
watching.
so fun. Okay, so I want to talk about our food in a second.
I can't believe I'm sitting.
I
I keep
know.
looking at Penny
I
in
know,
the thing, and I
look
keep
at
freaking.
you.
And
I'm
listen,
such a huge
how many
fan.
years-
I just had that moment of
How many years have I been trying to
Years.
introduce you?
Years.
Well, you folks have been in touch.
Oh my
We-
goodness, we were in touch. 2014 we were supposed to meet
Yes.
Gregory. How embarrassing is that?
No, it's not. It means
going
you're
through
busy.
My,
Yeah.
It means
well,
you're busy.
yes, I
That's-
suppose it does
Listen,
really.
it means you're busy. That's a great thing because
Yeah.
you both are very successful and always working. Okay, so Gregory.
Sorry, I just had a freak out
No,
moment.
I know, I love it.
I know, but that's the
I
same
get
thing
starstruck.
too.
I'm like,
I know. I remember Gregory had like put out a little notice like, "I'm desperate. I need assistance to help." And I was like, "That's how I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna be his assistant. I'll figure this out." And then I'm like, "God damn it!
I would
I've
fall
got to."
flat on the floor.
And then I was like, I couldn't because I had to go
Yeah,
take care of
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
clients,
Right.
and
I
I
remember
was.
that.
I just
Yeah.
was like, I'm just gonna show up,
yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
what.
but I couldn't. I
Listen,
would have loved to have
sometimes
done
I'm in
that.
positions where I meet people and I think, oh, they would be great friends, or they would get along, or this person. That's kind of, I've always thought that way. And you two were, I couldn't wait for you to meet. So
Within like 5 minutes of meeting you recommend, you're like, you've got
I
to
said,
meet
oh
them.
my
Gotta meet
God,
Penny.
You've got
your energy is very similar
But
to my
I
friend
knew
Penny.
of Gregory, obviously, because Gregory's really well known. So I was like, oh yeah,
But
I said,
you know what?
I'd love to meet
I
Gregory.
didn't know. I knew Gregory was a hairdresser, and I knew.
Remember I said to you, and you were like, well, Gregory's a hairdresser. I said, yes, he's really quite a very famous
Yeah,
hairdresser,
let's
actually,
talk about
Maria.
this.
But you know what's funny?
Like-
to me, everybody is the same.
That's
like,
right.
I
That's,
really
Well,
look
we
at
are
people
the
all
same,
the same.
but
Like,
you know.
I've never been one of those people. To me, it's like, oh wow, how cool.
Mhm.
But I meet the person, and I can tell that I love that person, or I want to be friends with that person because of their energy. There's lots of times I've met so many famous people over the years working in certain shows, and also I worked in a wine bar, like a high-end wine bar, where all the famous people came in. So I've met famous people, but it's energies. Like
Yeah.
James Gandolfino was one of my favorite people because he was so down to earth.
Oh, yeah, James. It was
You know,
very
so
down
let's
to
talk
earth,
about
yeah.
our food. Okay.
Oh, yes, yes.
So tonight,
My
I'm so
gosh,
happy.
I'm so
No
hungry
dietary
too.
restriction.
No,
And
not at all.
No,
I wanted to make
Bring it
something.
on.
Yeah,
So
nice
this is
stretchy
the section,
jeans on.
the section of our show called "Go Ahead, Keep Eating."
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Tonight, I have made for my guest. I wanted to make something meaty for you, Gregory, and
I
Penny
love
too.
meaty.
Oh,
Penny
yes.
Because you brought sausages last time, Penny.
I
She brought
did.
sausages, and I made a bolognese sauce. What's a
Oh,
bolognese sauce?
yum.
It's ground beef, and you season that ground beef with garlic and wine
Keep going.
and onions and
Yes.
peppers, and then you saute it for hours and hours and hours in a tomato sauce. Okay, so that is your bolognese sauce, and it's on rigatoni because Judy loves rigatoni. So, and also rigatoni is like a whole, and it's a really strong pasta, and it holds. It doesn't, flake out. So this is our rigatoni bolognese, and then of course I love my salads.
Love a salad.
Love a good salad, so I made a delicious salad of red leaf lettuce and red peppers, English cucumber. Penny, that was for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh.
yeah.
English
Oh,
cucumber,
yummy, delicious.
Yes, I
Oh, my
know.
goodness.
Very good.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay.
I'm
And then-
sorry.
I know. No, I picked it for you.
I had to do
And then I got some celery in there too. So that is our beautiful salad.
Leo, you should be jealous because
I
it's
know.
going to be really delicious.
Leo
Just
is
smell
so
it in
good.
here. Wish I had
Mm,
smell
smells
vision.
good.
So
And I'm
good.
going to just do a simple balsamic and all extra virgin olive oil. I'm not going with any flavored. Now,
Oh,
for dessert,
del-
Penny, this is also inspired
What?
by you.
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
when I think of
What?
Brits, I think of
the-
little pies.
They're
Little pies.
Little pies.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they're very little. These ones
They
are
are
very.
little.
Oh yes.
So
I hate to
anyway,
think of a big ones.
this is a baker called Baked by Susan, and I don't know who this Susan person is, but she bakes amazing pies. And they sell them individually, and I got them at Gourmet Garage.
what is it?
This is an apple
Oh my
pie,
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, yummy.
blueberry pie,
Mm.
and my favorite, coconut custard.
Oh my
Ooh,
god, coconut
I
know.
custard. Oh,
Oh
it's
my
delicious.
God, you're gonna
So
go
good.
crazy.
Gonna go crazy for that.
So this is what we're having here.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Which is
Okay.
a great segue into one of my most kept favorite beauty secrets for you all.
please, tell me.
Please,
If
what?
you can't tone it, tan it. See
What?
how nice and easy that is?
What do you mean?
That
What
means
do you
if
mean
you're
if you
going
can't-
to eat
you're
like
gonna
this
eat
and
like
you
this,
can't make
you
it
might
to
as
the
well
gym,
just go and just
tan
get
it.
tan.
Is that
everybody
true?
looks color with a
A
tan.
contour.
If you can't tone it, tan it.
You can't tone
Yes.
it, tan it.
Tan
I
it.
love that.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodana Fields also has a bronzer, an amazing bronzer. And one of my guests, I won't name who it was, a few weeks ago, a guy came in and was like,
Doused in bronze.
no, he said, damn, I forgot my bronzer because he likes bronzer. And I said, well, have him have some. And it's a foam, you just foam it on. And then let's say you're
Is it a bronzer with tanner, self-tanner in it, or just like instant color?
It's on, we'll have to look at it later. I'll have to look at
okay.
Is
that.
it the pump by the trophy?
Yes, go
I'm
get it. Go
doing
get it.
Yeah, go
So
get
this
it.
is because I know, God, you know, as
I knew it was sunless tan.
oh my
I
God,
live by
sunless-
sunless tan.
Oh,
Do you?
really?
Yeah, because
Oh, I
I'm a
want some.
ginger and I
you
burn
are
and
a
freckle.
very cute ginger.
Well, thank you. But like I just had skin cancer, cut off all of my body. SPF 10,000 and sunless tan.
Yep. And so many of the products
10,000.
by Rodan and Fields have really high SPF, so you can protect your skin. It's created by two doctors. Rodan and Fields are doctors that the Proactive line. That's Rodan and Fields. So this is sunless, and one of my guests, and he loved it. He just was like, "Oh, put it on," and that's it.
I
So
bet
a lot
he
of
uses it now.
guys do that too. Like
Oh,
women, we have,
yeah.
you know, I have base, I can put on all that. But guys, you don't always have that option. So a little, if you can't,
Tone it, you tan it. Yeah.
and this stuff
Yes.
is so
Exfoliate first for
Incredibly-
the best tan.
Oh, yes, that's right.
incredibly.
All over first.
We have all
I
that
sunless tan it every
exfoliating
day.
stuff. Are you kidding me? I have things you would not believe. I use the mask every day. Every single day I use this mask, this foaming mask.
Can
every
you
day.
grab the roller, Maria? I keep looking
Yes,
at it
me
because
too.
you
I
have-
want to play with the
Gregory.
roller. Don't prickle my face though.
No, I won't.
Here,
Gregory.
I wanna have a little real beauty moment with you here right now.
Okay.
So I get so many questions on my Instagram, on my Facebook, like, Gregory, what is up with your skin? How I was in doing a photo shoot the other day, and the makeup artist, she goes, what do you have on your skin? I said, just all my skincare. The biggest change I've ever made to my skin right here is a micro needle roller.
Really?
Yes.
So I should put it on my face
It's
then.
Absolutely.
Really?
Here's why.
Why?
Here's why. It punctures the skin. So all these
That's
little
what I
micro
was
needles.
frightened of.
No,
but
It's
it doesn't
puncture the
hurt.
skin.
It's tiny.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
And for your viewers that can't see and listening to you right now, Maria,
Yep.
like, you know, a roller to punch the skin. It sounds like
It sounds, but what it is, it's just
explain.
these little
They're teeny tiny microscopic needles. The purpose of them
Go ahead.
is to puncture the skin and
All
to
right.
create injury. So your body's response is heal, 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 which is collagen and elastin.
Right.
Right.
So it's increasing the volume. But if you have acne scarring, fine lines, wrinkles, micro needling is going to be
All right, then
your
here.
best.
Come
That's
on.
where I
Your
do.
marionette lines, your frown
That's
lines,
my-
around your lips.
Yep.
You could do if you have those smoker's lines. Run the roller over. Break your face up into 4 quadrants.
then
1, 2, 3, 4.
Watch. They have
And-
these amazing pellets. This is renewing. It's intensive renewing serum, and what
Yes.
Rodan and Fields has, they give you the exact amount that you need in this pellet.
Did you
Oh.
know that when you use these with a microneedle roller,
Yes.
your skincare, any skincare, especially this, will absorb 500% deeper?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Yep.
my goodness
Yeah, so if you want to
gracious.
change your skin,
All right, but
microneedle
while
roller
you're
and
cooking
treat.
dinner
Yeah.
after the show, I'm
Roll,
going.
roll, roll.
You're going. Yeah, I want to do it on my
I'm not
face.
kidding.
And it's like silk. This is what Edie gave me when I was Ubering and I drove Edie where she was going. She gave me a sample, and I couldn't believe it. It was just
I
amazing.
see, like,
I
some
love
of
this
beauty.
stuff.
I love things that are in ampules like that, especially if you travel, whatever.
Yes,
'Cause
much
you could
easier.
throw them in your
Yes.
gym bag. You can
Yeah.
throw them in your purse. You can
Right,
throw them in
you're
a
not
So
gonna
purse.
easy,
spill
and
it.
you don't
No.
waste.
Yeah, you don't
Otherwise,
waste.
you end up
And they give you
pumping too
exactly
much.
what you need. So there's
Yes.
no
Micro
you don't-
needle roller.
I do this every
Like-
single day. Sometimes I forget, but the more I do it, the better it is. And
Contact
I love
Maria for that
it.
microneedle roller.
Yes,
Yep.
because it is
Send me a
very.
thank you
Now
card
you've
later 'cause you're gonna love
explained
this.
it.
Listen,
and it makes so much sense.
Thank you so much for doing that, Gregory. So I want to show you. I'm going to put this up. This is my. If you want to, first of all, just go. Forget. I'm not even going to do this. This is how easy it is. MariaGentili.com. My website, designed by my web guy Billy Malcolm, who's amazing. Literally, you can go to any of my. I have my CDs. You can find my CDs. You want to go to anything I'm doing. You just click and you click skincare. He has the whole page and it goes directly to my Rodan and Fields page.
Yes.
When you get to that page, you scroll down to find my regimen. You answer like 4 questions and it will tell you what products would be good for your needs. And I will also get that email. You'll get it, I'll get it, and then we'll talk on the phone. And I promise you, I will never sell you something you don't need.
So Michael says that he's going to use a roller on his butt cheeks.
Oh, no.
No, hold on. Sounds funny, but yes. Ladies, stretch marks, underarms, everywhere, décolleté. If you have
Décolleté, I
that
know my
creping in
customers
the
use.
skin, creping around the knees, you
Yep.
can use it there. It stimulates a response to repair. So
Actually,
Yes.
use it on your butt cheeks.
Yeah,
if you need to.
and
you start toning up those saggy butt cheeks
Oh
of
my
yours,
God, Michael, you see what
you
you
shameless
And then
boy.
tan
it is
Yeah,
true.
and
Can't tone it, tan it.
yeah,
And
that's
then
right.
send me a selfie and we'll talk about it
we'll
later.
do- Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Make sure it's
Well,
working.
we have
things
to
are
get
working.
something
Make sure it's
It
working.
really, yes.
You know, 'cause we're
We want to see
professionals.
before and after pictures, actually, really.
Yes, please, Michael.
So
Would you, oh, no, you don't
No,
understand. Michael
no.
will post them. Michael Dion would post them.
Bring it
go.
on, Michael.
Yeah,
Bring it
we're
on.
ready.
We're professionals. We just want to make sure you're using it the
Bill
right
Goffey
way.
goes, Leo needs dessert.
desserts.
Oh my God. Leo, first of all, may I just, Bill Goffey.
Bill
is so-
Goffey's desserts.
Bill
Bill
Goffey.
Yes,
Goffey
Bill-
is
Do you know
dessert.
what? You need to actually do a little barter, because if you're going to cut his hair, he has to get you some biscotti.
Listen,
Bill, maybe that's been the reason why I haven't been able to cut your hair. I haven't tasted your
well, let me
biscotti.
tell you, he
Yes.
doesn't just make delicious biscotti. He makes
Oh, I
amazing
see it in the
pizzas.
kitchen, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing pizzas. Okay, so Bill Goffey is not the kind of guy to toot his own horn, so I'm going to do it for him. This is what I like about the show. We all love each other when we talk about each other. Bill Goffey's an amazing chef. One of the things that he's done for my parties is come here as a friend, made pizzas in my
And then get
oven,
on the piano
and then get on the piano.
and sing.
Right. So
He's
Bill Goffey,
really talented.
hire Bill Goffey to come to your party.
Unbelievable.
He can bring biscotti. He can play the piano. He can do a million things.
On a motorcycle.
Right.
Yeah.
And he drives a motorcycle. And he helped me with my shelves. Bill's amazing.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's a great guy. So, okay, we're coming
Bill.
towards the end of our show.
Oh my goodness.
I know. So I
5
want
more
you,
minutes.
Penny, what? I know.
It's
I'm laughing at
Now,
Leo.
Penny,
I know.
like, so
Leo,
funny.
we've moved on.
What is he talking
Oh,
about?
he can't let it go about his bottom. Like, who cares?
What? Oh no, I don't want to talk about
I'm telling you, really, if you can't tone it, then tan it.
Good. That's
you
right.
Slap a little
Yeah.
sunless tanning foam on anything and it changes what
Right.
it
I'm
looks
telling
like.
you, and so listen, hit me up. I have anything, and if I don't have it, I'll tell you I don't have it. I won't sell you something you don't need.
No, absolutely.
Okay, so Penny, another thing that you do, and I know we're
Yes.
getting towards the end, but you also paint
I do.
beautifully.
Oh,
You paint
yeah. Well, it's just
watercolors, right?
Watercolors. Yes, I do.
I mean, stunning stuff. And you're taking classes now?
I am taking classes. I thoroughly enjoy myself. I'm very amateur at it, but I really
I wouldn't
recommend
say
it.
that at all.
I think anyone, especially like your listeners that are on, like just thinking about what's a little hobby that you can do after
Yeah.
you finish work. It's a great way of tuning out everything. You're not on your phone.
Right.
You're not doing anything to do with a tablet base whatsoever. For a couple of hours, you're sitting there with a paintbrush and colors, and you're actually just doing something completely different to what you would normally do every day. And I actually find that that's my form of meditation. It's just my form of therapy.
Yeah,
It really
and you're
works.
really good at it.
Well, I mean, thank you. I don't even care if I'm not really that good at it. I mean, I pop it up on Instagram,
It's just something
and then
for
sort of
you.
it's just something for me to
Right.
just, I recommend it. What do you do to to try and
Well,
off
right
the
now
road?
I'm inspired by that because I think as creatives, and when we're constantly pounding the pavement
Mhm.
to
Yes.
keep working,
yeah.
I think a lot of us, myself included, get in the routine of habit and just trying to succeed and trying to keep our head above water and
Yeah.
stay
Right,
afloat.
right.
Absolutely.
Hope that paycheck comes in and scratch it. But I think it's also the soul's purpose to check out
Oh
and
my
check
gosh,
into
you
something
have
else.
to.
Yeah, to feed that other part of the soul.
Do you know what,
that
Gregory? It's actually
isn't
made
being
me
met.
better as a hairstylist.
I can
By painting.
imagine.
Yes, I
painting.
can imagine.
And you'd
Well,
love
you
it.
see shape differently. You
Yeah.
see color blend differently.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's a really good inspiring piece to walk away with from this is whatever you're doing, whether it's creative or not,
Yeah.
find something outside of what you're doing
Yes.
to
Right.
do.
You know,
Absolutely.
sometimes, like, if I go and see other people's performances, it moves me, and I'm inspired to do something new. I've been listening to this this podcast too that talks about. It's called Modern Love, and what it is it's the New York Times has a column called Modern Love, where people from all walks of life can send in their essays about a love story, and it can be about anything. And then now what they do, they have this podcast where a famous person reads someone else's work.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my
my
God.
heart will melt.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And so listen, here's how you can find this show and other shows. So after this, I'm going to save this video, of course, and share it on pages, and you can find it on What's the Story with Maria. Gregory has given me
Oh, look
a
at this.
sign now. My mom.
Look at
Branding.
this.
You
Branding.
can't market
Branding.
yourself if you
Yeah.
haven't
What's
branded
the
yourself.
story with Maria?
Brand yourself, market yourself, succeed.
Oh my
You've
God.
got everything you need to be successful.
So,
Truly do.
Especially you.
Yes, you do.
So we this show is going to be saved, and also in podcasts. It's really fun to listen to. You go to iHeartRadio.com. We're on iHeartRadio. You type in "What's the Story" with Maria.
Yeah.
And this is episode 48, and you'll see it'll say Gregory and Penny or Penny and Gregory, whatever, and the date. It'll be probably today or tomorrow's date. And also, you can go to Spreaker, SPREAKER.com. That's another great podcast house. And it'll be there as well. And we're going to be on Spotify soon. What's the Story with Maria will be on Spotify. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
so
brilliant.
you're able to listen to Penny and Gregory there as well. And we're gonna look for Gregory on. You're gonna be on Project Runway this year?
Nope.
Okay.
The Look All Stars coming in end of June. My episode's in July.
All right.
On the CW network.
Jimmy, how much time do we have?
In about 40 seconds.
40 seconds. Okay. We want to thank Jim Bell. He's our producer and engineer from Armed Radio. Thank you, Jim Bell. I want to thank Penny James from Penny James Salon. 30 East 60th Street, NYC, the center of the world.
Between Park and Madison.
Beautiful. And Gregory Patterson, look for him. I've hashtagged everything. He's going to be on his new show called The Look
All Stars.
Okay, on the CW.
And you're going to
Please
win.
come back every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be right here on armdigitalmedia.com, Facebook Live. God bless you and keep you.
And where are we going to go eat?
Oh, now we're
Bet
going
you're
to.
jealous.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.